Hello. It is that time again. It is family picture time. I know that it says 1420 to 1430 recap, and that's not what we're doing. We're not really recapping what happened from 1430 to 1440, which is the new one we're doing. We're more looking at the pictures and where everybody is, because everybody who has been following along with this series knows that we started 1430 with just this family. We had the Great Rift, we called it, where our side families disappeared, mostly because the game got corrupted, and that's what happened. So in 1420, these are the Sims that we had in the world. There are a few of these Sims that are still in the world, but there are a lot of them that are gone 10 years later. So what I have done is I have broken us down by color. I want to look right here at the red family. It looks like there are 3 people in this red family right here, and so I can just go ahead and tell you that hasn't changed much. Then we have a huge, like half of our thing is purple, and then our yellow is really big and our blue is pretty small. So it's going to continue with red being the smallest and purple being the largest, just because that's how it's continued. But I think it's going to be fun to look through here and look at some actual numbers. So first, we're going to start with the extra people, the people who don't fit in to one of the colors, or maybe they don't live at their house. So let's look and see what we have. In 1440, we have 3 people who are in prison. They're together, but they're also separated because they're not in prison in the same world. And so these 3 people are in prison. We have 1 person who lives in a church in Scotland, and she is a nun. And we have 1 guy who is at war right now. So this is William Goodwin, and he is at war. That's where he lives permanently. He is permanently a soldier. So then we move. Oh, and there are 6 people that fall into this category. That might be important later. Then we move to our red family. Our red family all lives in France, and there's only 3 people, which I think is funny since there were 3 people 10 years ago, and now it's 3 different people. Actually, this lady was in the picture before. That's Kat Gregory. So she is in the picture, but now she's with her grandchildren because she is the one who is raising the 2 of them. That is the future of France right there. Then we move to our blue family. Our blue family is so much larger than it's ever been. We have 36 people in the blue family, and they all live in England. There they are all together living in England. So maybe eventually, I know somebody may have rolled to move to one of the other worlds, but for now, this is where everybody lives in 1440. Our whole blue family lives in England. I did forget to say there are 36 people. Maybe I did say that. 36 people in our blue family. Now we move to our yellow family. There's a lot of them. 86 people in the yellow family. Just take it in. Take a look at everybody. Technically, there's 87 of them because we do have 1 member of our yellow family who lives with a purple family, and I was not going through and trying to figure out how to separate all of that out, so he's just counted in the purple group. That was the easiest way to do it. But there they are. And where do they live, you think? Almost all of them live in England. We do have 3 people who live in Japan. If you saw the episode where we celebrated the yellow family, we specifically talked about the family that is in Japan and the lineage where they came from. So 3 people in France, 3 people in Japan. We'll see what the future holds in the next 10 years because 2 of these people will be having children. Hopefully, they will both be making all their roles and having children. Now we move to our purple family. Very large. 106 people in the purple family. Now, they don't take up as much space as the yellow family, but that's only because I didn't stack them as high as the yellow family. But there is 106 of them, and they live everywhere. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, we have 2 families that live in Romania. 1 family that lives in Scotland. Y'all, our Scotland family is down to 4 people. That's it, 4. One person lives in Spain. No, he's not immortal. I just haven't been rolling for him. He ran off on his own to live in Spain, and he's just going to die there on his own. So this is probably the last Spain we will have for a while until somebody rolls it. We have 3 purple families, yes, 3 purple families living in Liechtenstein, and a large group living in Ireland. This started out just being, I think, 3 families, and they have really expanded from there. And then all of the families that are living in England, which includes our Milo Bell right here, who was our backup heir for if there was a problem with our guy. Also, where the horse is Xavier's family because he has a horse. So that's who's right here. Here's the yellow guy. Right here, he lives with his grandson, and his grandson married into the purple family, so they're all purple. So that is what has happened with the purple family and where all of them live. Then we get to talk about our main house. Now, there has been some questions about who is in the main house and who they all are, so we're going to cover these really quickly. We have Harris, who was our heir. And Harris is married to Madalena. And Harris and Madalena have Godfrey, the boy in purple right here. But Harris, with another wife, had Sebastian, who is our current heir right now, Sebastian. Sebastian has 3 children who are alive, River and Ginevra and Byron. So River, right here in green, is our next heir right now. Byron is our backup heir. So that is what our main house looks like right now. Sebastian does not live with us, mostly because the game glitched, but also because he has lost so many children and 2 spouses, and he just could not take it anymore. And so the storyline is that he has gone to rest and recuperate and try to get back in a good spot where he can come back to the family. Until then, his dad, Harris, and his stepmom, Madalena, are raising the children. So let's talk about this. This is what it looked like. I just showed you this at the beginning, 1420 to 1430. This is everybody. In 1430, we had 7 people total. Now, back in our main house, that's what that is. That's a 7. We have 7 people in our main house right now. I am counting Sebastian, even though he's not there right now. But 10 years ago, we had 7 people total. So I think that's fascinating, but here we go. I want you guys to guess down in the comments right now how many people you think we have right now in the family. Now, you could pause this and go back and add everything up that I told you, or you can just guess, working off your memory of how many people you think were in all the houses. And we're about to see if you were even close. I want to know how close you were as well. So I've given you time, even if you needed to pause it, put your guesses down in the comments, or let me know what you guessed, if you guessed it to yourself and how close you were, because the actual total is 244 Sims. And there they all are. We went from 7 to 244 because I added back all of the side families. So we start with our extras, then we move to the red family, then we have our blue family stretching all the way across here. Our yellow family goes across here and all the way across here, and then our purple family does the same thing. And you can see right here in the middle, I'll get my mouse out of the way so that will go away. But you can see right there in the middle, our main family is just a little bit bigger than everybody because I wanted us to be able to see who they were. Now, what do all of these families look like in one single line? Could I get them small enough to fit in a single line? Yes, I can. Can you tell who anyone is? I don't think so, but you tell me. I can see the horse very easily. Can you guys see the big horse? And that's it. I see the yellow family only because they're so big. And then I can tell the colors. And that's it. Everybody else just kind of blends in. Our main family this time is over here in this corner. If you're looking for any green clothing, you can see a little bit. But that's it. We added back in the side families, and I'm really happy with what we've done. Okay. I just needed to come on here to say thank you. You guys have been the best. We have now been playing the Ultimate Decades for 139 years. Technically, we're about to start 1440. And so 139 years sticking to something, like I'm not a sticking to it person, especially when it comes to video games. I play when I feel like playing, but this has never not been enjoyable. That's not true. It was not enjoyable for a little while, especially when we started having a lot of glitches. So thank you for allowing me the freedom to get rid of so many mods and CC items that were just making the game more difficult to play, along with the game's bugs that it already has. Sometimes adding in those mods and CC items just made it even harder to play than it should have been. So I just want to say thank you for hanging out and sticking in there. And your comments are always so nice. You guys are so kind to me and to each other. And I never fear like, oh, I don't want to check comments because I feel like there might be bad ones in there. I never have to worry about that. I have friends that are scared sometimes to check their comments because they have negative comments or people in the comment section getting into arguments. And I understand that we're just playing The Sims, but we all know that there are people out there that still get very angry about video game things. So I just want to say thank you. Your kindness and your generosity to tell others ideas that you've had and the stuff that you've shared with me and the ideas that you've given me and the advice that you've given me is fantastic. And I'm sitting here on the 30th of December thinking about 2024 and getting ready for 2025. And I'm just really excited about what's happening with this gameplay and all of them, to be honest. I like the way things are going. I have slowed down videos on the channel just because I have another job and other things that I need and want to get done. And not one person has said, why did you stop posting all the time? Like, I want you to start posting again all the time. Not one comment has said that. And you guys, you're just always the best. You're always the nicest and the most helpful all around the board. So I just wanted to come on here and say thank you. I realize that this video is going to be really short, especially compared to the 2 days that it took me to get all of these pictures taken, get all the pictures edited and everything into this thing. And then I film it and it's like 10 minutes long. We will have a recap in 1450 because there's going to be babies born and people are going to be dying. And I'm keeping up with all of it again because the side families are now here. And so I'm going to have a much longer recap in 1450 than I have so far, than I have in 1440. But it's still nice to know that we are wrapping up a wonderful year here on the channel and just in The Sims in general, in this game particularly. I think things have really turned around. I have enjoyed playing this so much since we brought the side families back, and I didn't think that would be the case. I thought I was liking it fine just playing with our main family, but having everybody back just makes me realize how sad I was to lose them all in the first place. And so I am so happy that it's worked out the way it has and that we are kicking off 2025 and 1440 at the same time. Thank you so much for always being the best. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.